Hello and welcome to C++ Weekly. In this episode, I want to talk about continue and break statements. Now, you might argue that this is an intro to C++ kind of thing, and maybe it is, but maybe you'll learn something you don't know, but I hope you stick around for this episode. Yes, my name is Jason Turner. I'm available for on-site training, code reviews. You should contact me if you're interested in any of these services. Check out classes that I might be giving at an upcoming conference near you. The first thing that I'm going to show you that you might not know is I can actually iterate over an initializer list. To do this, I do have to include the initializer list header, and I really do need to do an episode on initializer list constructors. That's on my to-do list. I'm just going to print these list of numbers here. This isn't going to be terribly interesting. We're just going to see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 printed. So something that you might not have known is that continue and break are going to work in a ranged for loop just like they would work in any other traditional for loop. So I can do something like, if x equals 4, then continue. Now, what the continue statement does here is it basically skips the rest of this for loop. When x is equal to 4, it will hit the continue statement. The continue statement will jump back to the top of the for loop, and it will not execute the rest of this. So I might see something like this, where I'm going to have a value that is going to have a skipped 4 in it. Well, and it's skipping the new line, so that's not ideal, but you get the idea. So we can get something like this. The next thing is break. Break just simply exits the for loop. It stops execution of the for loop entirely. Continue is going to resume control flow at the next iteration, and break is going to stop the execution of the for loop. So we get 8 skipped and we get no value printed for 4. That is what continue and break do. I want to take the opportunity to point out here, I kind of consider continue and break to be code smells. Now, it's been a while since I've used the word code smell in one of my episodes, and to be clear, I do not mean that this is something you should never do. It means something that should make you go, something doesn't seem right in this code. This is a complicated for loop. There's probably a better way to write this. Specifically with break, I want to say, break should almost always be a return, and the loop should be moved into a lambda or a function. And to illustrate the point here, I'm going to write my own little algorithm adapter for any of. You've possibly seen code that looks like this. If val is greater than 4, then found equals true, and break. And that's often where you see a break statement. If you see break here, this should be an indication to you that what you really want to do is move this into a separate function like the any-of algorithm. Now keep in mind that any-of is already part of the standard algorithms, so you probably don't want to write your own. But if you needed to write your own, in this case, we don't have to keep track of where the break is, where the continue is, where does control flow return from here, something like that. We just say, no, if that value was found, return true. If the value was not found, return false. It's much less mental state for the human reading your code to have to keep track of. I just want you to consider this and think, next time I put in a break or I put in a continue, is there another way to write this? Can I make it a composable algorithm instead? Can I move that for loop into a lambda or into a free function or something else where I can make that a return and I have less control flow to have to track mentally? Anyhow, thank you for watching this episode of C++ Weekly. I hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you later.